That night, Woojin camped away from the mercenaries' tents and took out the monster core to eat it. After the first bite, he suddenly saw a man tied up and realized he was witnessing someone else's memory. A figure approached the bound man and coldly told him that the reason his father, Golden Bug Wolf, was no longer alive was simply because of his incompetence. It was the red-haired woman. She was speaking to one of the Golden Bug brothers and told him that if he wanted to live, he needed to show her results. She then took out a small bottle filled with blue liquid and added that he needed to prove that he was special and worth joining her. After that, she dropped the blue liquid into his eye. The moment it touched him, a small tentacle began swirling inside it, and his veins turned black, as if a monster was moving through his body. The man struggled to fight it, but it was already too late. Woojin suddenly returned to his body and was hit by a wave of nausea. He ran away from camp and threw up. This happens very rarely, but consuming an internal core can sometimes grant the power of that monster, and in some cases, it can also make the person absorb the monster's memories. After throwing up, Woojin realized that internal cores were full of side effects. He returned to camp and wondered if the memory he'd absorbed belonged to one of the Golden Bug brothers. He had just witnessed them turning into abomination after something was poured into their eyes. Woojin remembered that abominations are created when humans are influenced by karma, which made him wonder if the blue liquid he saw contained karma and whether the red-haired woman was one of the dark priests. At that moment, Claire called for Woojin and told him they needed to leave immediately. When she got closer, she noticed that he was sweating heavily and with a suspicious look asked what had really happened, immediately suspecting that he had eaten another internal core. As he wiped away his sweat, Woojin wondered if he should tell the others what he had seen. But he had no idea how to explain that he had witnessed a monster's memories as a side effect of consuming an internal core, so he decided that saying unnecessary things might only create misunderstandings and chose to keep it a secret. He then told Claire that she did not need to worry about anything and walked back to the mercenaries' camp. As Woojin and Claire left the forest, the red-haired woman watched them from afar because she had seen everything. She continued observing Woojin as he spoke with his teammates and with Holy Knight Raymond. She was curious whether Woojin was plotting something because she had seen him eating internal cores, yet he was still working alongside the Order Alliance. As she departed, only one thought remained in her mind. Would they become allies or enemies the next time they met? After that, everyone gathered together, prepared a burial for the people they had lost, and offered a prayer led by Holy Knight Raymond. Raymond praised Rex's bravery and honored the fact that he had dedicated his entire life to peace. As Raymond asked the gods to watch over Rex, Woojin felt both shame and sadness because Rex was still young. While the prayer continued, Raymond suddenly noticed something. He looked up the hill and saw a red wolf. With the sun's rays shining behind it, the red wolf looked almost radiant. Raymond immediately knelt and offered his gratitude. Woojin was dumbfounded and asked what he was doing. Raymond explained that he was expressing gratitude for the comfort of Ea, the god of harmony. He added that in the Order's view, the red wolf was considered the closest companion of Ea, and to Raymond, the appearance of the red wolf meant that Ea was comforting them. Woojin casually replied that it was just his pet, Mutt. Raymond was instantly enraged and told Woojin that calling a red wolf a mutt was deeply disrespectful because a monster of that caliber could never be tamed by any human being. Wanting to prove that he was telling the truth, Woojin called out to Mutt in an intimidating voice and told the red wolf to stop acting and come over. The red wolf felt Woojin's gaze and without hesitation jumped off the cliff, ran straight toward him, and placed its paw into Woojin's hand like a well-trained dog. Raymond could not believe his eyes. Even the Order had never been able to tame a red wolf, so he could not understand how a mere individual like Woojin had done it. Woojin simply said that he had killed a werewolf, and the creature had been following him ever since. That answer shocked Raymond even more. Raymond then turned toward Rex's grave and quietly asked Woojin for a favor. He said that if the red wolf did not yet have a proper name, he wanted it to be called Rex. His first reason was simple, because calling a sacred beast of the order Mutt was a bit inappropriate. His second reason carried much more weight. With the single-minded resolve to purify the entire demonic realm, Raymond wished for Rex's will. The will that fought against evil, not to end there, because even in his final moments, Rex had never let go of his sword. With respect and sincerity, Raymond asked Woojin to allow the red wolf to carry Rex's will under the name of Rex. Woojin thought about it carefully, then looked at the red wolf and asked if it was willing to take that name. The red wolf nodded. After receiving its approval, Woojin accepted the proposal, and from that moment on, the red wolf would be called Rex. Raymond was relieved and sincerely thanked Woojin. While Woojin and Raymond were speaking, an old man approached and politely asked if he had arrived at a bad time. Raymond turned to look and immediately recognized him. The old man had a covering over his eyes, and Raymond respectfully addressed him as elder. When Woojin heard that title, he immediately realized that this must be one of the highest authorities in the area. The old man, surrounded by a faint yellow energy, was Bo, the elder of the third pioneer city.